Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in for another video. Today we have a really highly anticipated rod with me. Been waiting for this one for quite some time since the release. This is the 2024 Poison Adrena from Shimano with a partnership with Jackall. Really excited to have this today. I'm going to do a quick unboxing and we'll do a tabletop review of the brand new rod, and we will take a comparison to the old Poison Adrena. Wow, this is a really awesome looking rod. Very similar to the old Poison Adrena in terms of kind of that look. It's got the newly designed monocoque handle, and there's some differences about it, and we're going to talk about that on a tabletop when we do a close-up here. It's got some very nice accents, little copper accents here, different design for the locking nut. And the best thing I love about this rod, it comes with a hook keeper. I love it. It comes with a hook keeper. This rod here is a 7-foot medium heavy rod, and this is going to be a very versatile rod, but it's going to be a very good jig rod, and that's what I really want out of this specific one. I have a 7.3 medium heavy for the old Poison Adrena series, and that one is going to be kind of like a do-it-all kind of a rod at most. Can get the job done for a jig, can get the job done for pretty much anything, throwing spinner baits, under blades, pretty much anything you can think about. But I really wanted a designated jig rod, and this is going to be that designated jig bottom contact rod. Purchased from Hooked Up Tackle. You can find them, they're available now. And the reason why I went with this is because watching the videos that they made about pretty much of most of their rods that have available, the gentleman had kind of shared that the 7-foot would be a better rod for jig fishing, bottom contact, and that's kind of what I wanted, so that's why I selected this one here. And this is a really sweet looking rod, and I thought that the old Poison Adrena couldn't get any better in terms of aesthetics, looks, but the new Poison Adrena has gotten a beat. Let's get it on the table. All right, everybody, so here we are with the tabletop view of the two Poison Adrenas. The old model is going to be at the bottom, and the new one is going to be at the top. At first, at a glance, they kind of look similar, but as you kind of take closer looks at the rods, there are some subtle differences and also performance differences too that we'll kind of talk about. But you have the old Adrena right here. This is a 7.3 medium heavy, and this is the new Poison Adrena. This is the 7-foot medium heavy, and this is more of like a jig and warm rod, so a bottom contact, versus the 7.3, which is kind of more of like a do-it-all kind of a medium heavy type version. And I really wanted a dedicated jig slash bottom contact rod, so that's the reason why I went with the 7-foot medium heavy. But let's start at the butt of the stock and work our way up. At the first glance, you notice that it does have different accents, and it does feature the monocoque handle. There are some differences in the monocoque handle. It's got a totally redesigned monocoque handle, and I'll show you the big difference here too as well. All right, so taking a look at the butt of the stock, you'll notice that the old Poison Adrena has the end cap here that encloses the monocoque handle, versus the new one, it actually is exposed and there's nothing here besides a little copper color little piece here. And I think that does a couple of things. One, it could be reducing weight, but the other thing I think is the performance side of things. If you look at it, if something is more hollow and it doesn't have like a end piece, I feel like more vibration is going to transfer through and you get more feeling in the handle itself. Because if you have like an end piece like this, and again, this is just my theory, that if you feel things transmitting and there's a little end piece here, this could stop some of the vibration from happening. So some of that feeling. And the old Poison Adrena is already a really great sensitive rod. Really excited to see what this change and the new monocoque handle does for the rod itself. So it's a huge difference in terms of the handle, the redesign of that. Moving our way up though to the reel seat. The old reel seat is a CI4 Plus carbon construction, and the new one is an actual exposed blank. And time will tell, see which one I prefer better, but I think right at the bat, I really like this because I like rods that have an exposed blank. This right here, it basically transmits what you're feeling through the blank into your reel seat, into your hand. So this is going to give you more increased sensitivity, and I'm really glad that they went with the exposed reel seat versus the traditional CI4. Not that the CI4 was a bad reel seat, but I'm really excited about the new exposed reel seat here. Making our way up to the locking nut here. Let's take a look at the locking nut. But taking a look at the new one, it's got a totally redesigned locking nut here. Pretty sure this is precision machined too as well. It's not a cheap plastic, which I love. I like the actual quality parts here that they put onto it. It's got nice little copper accents on there too as well. And you also have the Jackall and Shimano stamp here because this is a rod between two very awesome companies. Making our way up, you have the Poison Adrena stamp. But before we get to the Poison Adrena stamp on the new one, check this out. The new Poison Adrena has a hook keeper. I like it. I love it. There's a lot of people that might feel differently, and that's okay. Everyone's got preference, but we all need a hook keeper, and to have one on it already is great. And I'm glad Shimano answered our prayers because it's a lot easier to hook baits on that versus the Fuji hook keeper that you have to buy and put on yourself. If you fish Texas rig baits, these hook keepers are not the greatest, and the reason being is because only way it hooks on is if you actually hook the hook through the little guide here, and if you don't hook it through, this hook keeper is pretty much useless. So obviously it works great if you have jigs and treble hooks, but if you are fishing Texas rig, yeah, good luck. There's you're gonna have to unhook your bait from the plastic all the time, and so I'm glad that they went to this hook keeper style to make it easy for all types of hooks that you're going to fish. So whether if you're throwing jigs, Texas rig, it just makes make it really easy to unhook and flip or unhook and cast. Super simple. So I like that. Poison Adrena stamp it's changed a little bit too as well. You could kind of look at the difference. So instead of stacking on top, they just kind of did it all the way across the rod there. The rod blank though looks very similar in terms of the finish. You can take a look at it right here. Similar guides and that kind of nature too as well. The new Poison Adrena does not have any accents here. This is all silver. The old Poison Adrena has the red threading here on the guides. You can see the red there and all the way up through. But the rod blank is completely different. It is a completely redesigned rod. The new Poison Adrena has something called Spiral X Core. So that's part of Shimano's new technology that they have added to kind of add rigidity, more power in the rod itself too as well, compared to the old Poison Adrena. And the old Poison Adrena is a great rod. It's fantastic, and I'm really excited to get the new one out on the water because of how great this old one is. And I think they just so far, I love the differences. I love the look of it. I love how it's still all black color. It's very sleek, very stealthy, very lightweight too as well. And I'm really happy about the fit and finish of the new Poison Adrena. Let's get a quick weight on these two rods. I know I'm not comparing apples to apples because one is a 7.3 medium heavy and the new Poison Adrena is a 7-foot medium heavy. Okay, 4 ounces for the old Poison Adrena. New one.
So
3.6, 3.7. Okay, so the new one is a little bit lighter, but keep in mind, these are not apples to apples because this is a 7-foot medium heavy and this is a 7.3 medium heavy. So relatively the same, to be honest. If I were to have a 7.3 medium heavy, you're adding more material, more weights, I would imagine it's very similar. So I don't think there's any weight, difference. They are both very light rods. And if we're talking like 0.3 grams. That's like really nothing in comparison when you add a reel onto it. So very similar in weight, which is nice. One cool thing though, and this is probably the best thing I love about this rod outside of the, aesthetics, fit and finish, and future performance when I use it, is that the new Poison Adrena has a awesome warranty program. Not as good as it used to be from Shimano. A long time ago, Shimano used to have the over-the-counter warranties, and that was the greatest warranty that ever existed. Sorry, Dobbins. But they have the best warranty program of all time. It was the over-the-counter. So if you broke a rod, something happened to it, you can take it back with the receipt, and you'll get a new one as long as you bring it back to the retailer. That scratched probably like 10 years ago, probably because people were abusing it. And so they did your limited like 1-year warranties, etc. Fast forward many years, they're doing the limited lifetime warranty replacements on the new Poison Adrena. So if something happened, you broke your rod, limited lifetime. Something happened to it, you broke your rod somehow, you could pay for a replacement versus you're kind of being SOL. Now, if it is within the first year, Shimano is going to cover any kind of manufacturer defect. So rod snaps, whatever happens, guides, whatever happens to it. Shimano will most likely cover that within a year because it does have a 1-year warranty, but it has a limited lifetime warranty on the entire rod itself. So again, anything happened to it, rod breaks, rod snaps, the Shimano will cover it. You just have to pay for it. It's very similar to G. Loomis's warranty, I believe, where I believe it's like $120 to $200 some dollars depending upon the rod. And so I'm not sure exactly what the replacement cost is for the new PA, but know that that is a big change and a huge upgrade from Shimano. So kudos to Shimano for doing that, because you guys have added the hook keeper and you guys have increased or bettered your warranty. So I have no idea, Shimano watching my videos, I have no idea, but they have listened. You guys have seen my videos. I've always complained about no hook keepers, and I've always complained about the warranty about Shimano. So thank you so much for listening. I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, thank you. But overall, let me know what you guys think about the rods here. Take a look at some of these close-ups that I've had throughout the video. Let me know what your thoughts are. These rods are starting to become more available now. I can't use them until the spring comes, because right now I'm in Wisconsin, and it is pretty much ice and snow out here, and the waters are frozen over. So I can't wait to get on the water for the new PA. I'm going to keep both of these reels. I'm going to keep both of these rods. I love the old PA. This is not going anywhere. This is kind of a jack of all trades for me. If I had to pick one rod to take with me everywhere I went, it's probably the PA. Probably going to be the new PA going forward. And so I'm really excited about this rod. And again, I've had no problems. I've had 3 PA models in the past. I really like the 7.3 medium heavy for me, for what I use it for. And I can't wait to use the 7-foot medium heavy. This is a true dedicated bond contact rod. So really excited about this rod here. But overall, you guys just know that everything on my channel is funded by myself. So these points of views and these little talks are all my opinion. Shimano is not paying me anything to make these videos. So please make sure you guys click that like and subscribe button to support the channel, as it really does help me fund the stuff that you see in my channel. And thank you guys so much, and make sure you guys click that like, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next video.